After this violent footage sent shockwaves across France, the death of Quentin Deronck is now being investigated as a murder. An autopsy showed the 23-year-old had sustained injuries mainly to the head, including a major brain injury that couldn't be treated.
At this stage, the investigation is seeking to identify all those directly responsible for the criminal act. This is not based on rumors, but on evidence gathered during the police investigation. At this time, no arrests have been made.
The incident took place in the city of Lyon after a far-right protest against an event featuring Rima Hassan, a member of European Parliament for the far-left party France Unbowed. An anti-immigration collective called Nemesis said Deronck had been at the protest to protect its members. The Lyon public prosecutor said he was one of 3 people unable to escape a group of masked individuals wearing hoods and was beaten by at least 6 of them. Nemesis has blamed the killing on the Young Guard, an anti-fascist youth group co-founded by a far-left lawmaker, Raphael Arnaud, before he was elected to parliament. Arnaud has said he was horrified by the killing, while one of his assistants has reportedly been mentioned by witnesses in the investigation.
Jacques-Élie Favreau formally denies responsibility for this tragedy. For the duration of the investigation, Jacques-Élie Favreau is taking leave from his position as parliamentary assistant.
The French government has blamed rhetoric from France Unbowed for encouraging the violence, something the party has rejected. The incident has fueled tension between France's far-right and far-left ahead of municipal elections in March and the 2027 presidential race, in which the far-right National Rally is seen as having its best chance yet.
Our top story, an 83-year-old Savannah woman doesn't feel safe in her own home after dozens of bullets were fired through her walls around 8 Wednesday night.
WSAV's Jillian Coles spoke with the homeowner about her terrifying experience.
What started as a normal night for Mary Ann Pickard turned frightening very quickly when more than 80 gunshots rang out. They believe they were fired from this spot right here.
And while I was sitting there watching TV, I heard bam, bam.
Before Mary Ann Pickard purchased her house 4 months ago, she questioned why there were holes above the sink. She says her realtor told her it was likely from kids playing with BB guns. But after Wednesday night, neighbors told her her home had been targeted before.
She said, in this very yard, someone had shot up some cars. No one told me that. If you are purchasing a home, that is going to be your safe haven. That's supposed to be your safe haven.
She says she was going through her normal nightly routine, but instead of sitting in her usual spot in the kitchen, she moved to the back of the house. She believes that decision saved her life. More than 80 gunshots tore through windows, picture frames, and walls in the front of her home. Pickard says she believes the gunfire may have been meant for someone who lived in the house before her.
You can take somebody's life who has nothing to do with whatever the issue is. Right now you see people they are going to retaliate. You shoot me, I shoot you, I shoot my brother, you shoot my brother, I'm gonna shoot your sister. I'm not involved in anything like that.
She says video she provided to the police shows the shots coming from across the street. They are still finding bullet casings between that location and the house. She says this kind of violence isn't something she expected in this neighborhood.
This neighborhood and other neighborhoods should not be fearful of going out in their yards or coming home in the evenings because somebody's in the bushes waiting.
As of right now, Pickard says she's not sure that she can ever feel safe in her home again. The Savannah Police Department have made no arrest, and this investigation is ongoing.
This month, those neighbors say they discovered a pack of dogs living inside of a woman's apartment. And tonight, the ASPCA says it's opening an investigation. News 12's Mike Lamort has the exclusive story.
It looks like a scene straight out of Beverly Hills, Chihuahua, but neighbors say it smells more like a farm.
Yeah, you can't smell it. See, very, very bad.
At least a dozen Chihuahuas marked their territory inside this Ryer Avenue apartment after they escaped earlier this month. Mrs. Sentua says it was her neighbor in apartment 1A who let the dogs out.
Oh boy.
Even when they're inside, the noise just doesn't stop. Residents say the barking goes on all day and all night and has been happening for years.
We can't sleep. We can't.
Upstairs neighbors say the owner never opens the door. The stench of urine has become so overpowering, neighbors say they've been putting air fresheners outside the apartment.
I smell it coming out of the shower pipes in the morning.
It's a smell. It smells love.
We showed the video to Maria, the leader of the pack, through her window.
That's not my house.
Maria wasn't a fan of the paparazzi and at first denied the dogs broke loose from her apartment, but later admitted to having 7 Chihuahuas.
How many do you have?
It's not too much Chihuahua.
But the video appears to show a bit more wagging tails than Maria mentioned. The building super says tenants are only allowed 2 pets and is worried the dogs aren't being properly cared for.
We're trying to go inside to tell her, oh, you have to remove the dogs because it's illegal, you know. She didn't want to remove the dogs.
The landlord and Maria are currently in court, hoping to resolve the issue soon. In the meantime, how many dogs are inside the apartment remains a mystery. In Fordham, Mike Lamort, News 12 The Bronx.